in proper fashion. I don't have to clear my throat already. Oh, I'm professional. Sorry. In proper fashion, I took an edible about 2 hours ago. So let's just dive into it. So I'm gonna start. There's this one. Also, I'm trying holding the mic this time instead of having it on the stand, so at least I have some back support. That's better. So let me know how this sounds. If you can hear like too many sounds, let me know. Okay. So we're gonna start with. I have two open. Fuck, where'd it go? Okay. This one is from. It's either Live Science or Live Science, or both. It could be a double entendre. So this is 20 of the best conspiracy theories. Also, in proper fashion, I don't like to talk about the ones that involve like the death of like actual human beings. In the sense of like, you'll see, there's a line for me. Like 9/11, for example, I won't be doing any of those, or like Princess Diana. Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say though. All right, let's just go into it. Okay, girl, what the fuck is the list? Okay, there's this. We're not doing that. Not Princess Diana. Subliminal advertising. Okay, this one says, ever been watching a movie and suddenly get the munchies? Or sitting on your sofa watching TV and suddenly get the irresistible urge to buy a new car? If so, you may be the victim of a subliminal advertising conspiracy. Proponents of this conspiracy theory include Wilson Bryan Key, author of Subliminal Seduction, and Vance Packard, author of The Hidden Persuaders. Ace me my advertisement coins. Both of whom claim that subliminal, subconscious, in case we didn't know, messages in advertising were rampant and damaging. Though the books caused a public outcry and led to FCC hearings, much of both books have since been discredited, and several key studies of the effects of subliminal advertising were revealed to have been faked. In the 1980s, concern over subliminal messages spread to bands such as Styx and Judas Priest, with the latter band even being sued in 1994, allegedly causing a teen stomach. Subliminal mental processing does exist and can be tested, but just because a person perceives something, a message or advertisement, for example, subconsciously means very little by itself. There is no inherent benefit of subliminal advertising over regular advertising, any more than there would be in seeing a flash of a commercial instead of the full 20 seconds. Getting a person to see something for a split second is easy. Filmmakers do it all the time. Getting a person to buy or do something based on that split second is another matter entirely. So this is something that we learned about in marketing school. Marketing school. What does that mean? But like when I was in school for marketing, like we talked about how like some companies pay like product placement pretty much, but like they will pay for it to like be not a thing, like, you know, like in the background, and not like something like, you know, not like, ooh girl, I'm drinking a Pepsi, you know, but like you might have like a Pepsi cap on the refrigerator or something. You know, something like, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, people do it on purpose. I don't think it's like in the way of like, ooh, I tried to get all up in your mind. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's just like another easy, cheaper way to like keep brand awareness up. Like, it costs less to have your product in the background than it does to, you know, have it being like interacted with and like having its own moment. So I think it's just but maybe, I don't know. bro. That's why it's a conspiracy. If his bed is creaking, we're gonna have to. Okay. This one's about the moon. I feel like we've always talked about the moon, girl. The moon, the moon, the moon. Actually, low key though. So the other day I decided I'm going to I'm kind of becoming obsessed with the moon. So like as many of you probably know, I took astronomy over the summer. It was like astronomy 101 or something. But it was like really interesting, and I don't know, I was like became fascinated. But like with the moon especially, like every night I'm just always like in awe, like damn, that's the moon for real. Like I never really, like you see the moon, but if you really sit there and look at it, like it's actually the moon, like craters and all, and you can like see them from here, and then like you can see the different phases, and like my new I sound like a 4-year-old, I know. And also I love how like if you like pay attention, you can see the rest of the moon. Like no matter what phase it's in, like if you look, you know, you can still see the darker unlit part. And to me, that's also crazy because it's like, dang. CGI ate that. Okay. That was kind of a bar. CGI ate that. Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's not dead. Yes. As of mid-2022, he was still touring, in fact, and he probably still would be if the coronavirus pandemic hadn't canceled his gigs. He gives interviews, he has a website, he occasionally appears in tabloids. Pretty good for a guy that some conspiracy theorists named DIED in 1966. The Paul is Dead conspiracy goes something like this. On November 9th, 1966, Paul McCartney got into an argument with the other Beatles, stormed out of the studio, and he was promptly, okay. Trigger warning, I guess. Like this one's a little gruesome for me. Like I will personally skip it, but I'm a man of the people, so I'm going to battle through in case some of you like this. So Paul McCartney got into an argument with the other Beatles, stormed out of the studio, and was promptly decapitated in a car accident. To cover the whole thing up, the band hired a look-alike and sound-alike. After going through all this trouble, the band then took great pains to drop clues in their album covers and lyrics that hint to the public that something was amiss. For example, on the cover of Abbey Road album, all 4 Beatles are photographed standing across a zebra crossing, but only McCartney is barefoot and out of step with the other 3. This must mean something, right? Despite public denials by the band and many, many public appearances by McCartney, fans couldn't just let it be and came together to look for more clues. Isn't he like the front man of the band? Like I don't know, but I just feel like maybe he was that girl and he said, I'm not wearing what you bitches are wearing. You play the back, I play the front. Okay, this one, Lord have mercy, JFK. I don't want to talk about, okay. Sorry, this website is having a hard time. It's so raggedy. It's so raggedy. Not the website, but my wireless. What does Wi-Fi stand for? Hold on. This website's not loading anyway, bitch. I might as well look it up. What is Wi-Fi short for? It's gotta be wireless something, right? Fidelity wireless, what? Wi-Fi is a wireless network technology that uses radio waves to So a common misconception is that the term Wi-Fi is short for wireless fidelity. You're not trying to drag me. However, Wi-Fi is a trademark phrase that refers to IEEE 802.11x standards. Sister what? The name was created by a marketing firm hired by Weka and chosen for its pleasing sound and similarity to hi-fi, high fidelity. Subsequent IEE. What the fuck is the IEE? Subsequent IEE standards for Wi-Fi have been introduced to allow for greater bandwidth. subsequent IEEE standard for Wi-Fi introduced. Okay. So Wi-Fi, it don't mean nothing. It's just, it sounded cool. They said, girl, why? Because wireless. And Fi, because cunt, we like that, okay? Slay. Okay, Wi-Fi doesn't stand for anything. It is not an acronym. There was no meaning. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I like that. Wait a minute. Says Phil Bellinger, a founding member of the Wi-Fi Alliance, has comprehensively dispelled the idea. Wi-Fi doesn't stand for anything. It is not an acronym. There was no meaning. I don't know why that feels deep. Sorry, that was loud. The simple truth is that this organization needed a name for their standard that would be easier to remember than IEEE 802.11b direct sequence, so they hired the marketing agency Interbrand to name it, or gave them the choice of 10 options. Look at that. That's kind of sickening. Ooh, bitch, look at some 5G conspiracies. Yes. Yes. Because the girl said that COVID vaccine was going to give you, what was it, 5G cells, or the 5G was giving you COVID. It was something crazy. Okay. Vox. I don't want to go. I want somewhere that's gonna get a little zest. Okay, let's go to Science Direct. Why do I want Science Direct? They're gonna try to persuade me to believe in science, and we don't want to. We don't want to do that. New York Times is probably gonna try to charge me because they don't like for us to know things. Let's look at what the Australians have to say. What is the truth about 5G? That's offensive. I'm sorry. Four Corners spoke to leading experts and anti-5G activists to find out what the not anti-5G. Yes, okay. What do conspiracies claim? One theory claimed 5G's millimeter wave technology was secretly developed by governments as a weapon to threaten and control people. Another conspiracy linked 5G to the emergence of COVID-19, claiming coronavirus was deliberately released so 5G could be rolled out without opposition while communities were in lockdown. Sister, have you heard of the federal government? They're literally going to do whatever they want to do. They don't have to fake lie. They have done far worse right in front of your face. Why would 5G be the one that say, you know what? We can't have them on the 5G. We have to put them inside. Start killing people, create a virus. That is fun. Wait a minute. Coronavirus was deliberately released so 5G could be rolled out without opposition while communities were in lockdown. We have literally been marching in the streets to get Joseph to stop sending those people money to kill the girls in Palestine. And there has been no change. But 5G, they had to create an entire pandemic, lives lost. So Verizon customers can call each other. I don't get it. The viral claims have driven believers to hold protests during the pandemic and attack 5G mobile phone towers around the world, including Australia, despite the fact that all of these theories were demonstrably false. Communications and Cyber Safety Minister Paul Fletcher said that behind some of the conspiracies may be hostile governments who have a motive to try and create instability and disorder in democracies like Australia. What? What is 5G? Okay, well, we want the conspiracy, we want the tea. Why are people scared of it? Okay, many suspicions about 5G stem from what's known as radio frequency radiation. Hit me with a Radio frequency radiation is emitted at various levels from devices ranging from TVs and radios to microwave ovens, Wi-Fi, and mobile phones. It has been the subject of health concerns for decades. Now, something I will say. Hear me out. People who are like really like serious about like the rays and the infrareds and the microwaves and all that, I sit down and eat my food because I kind of get it. And I think really after taking what's it called, astrology over, like I said, I know I was gonna do that, damn, astronomy over the summer. Like, I don't realize that everything is like rays, but everything is rays, and so like all of our devices and everything that are connecting to like, you know, the routers and the towers and the blah 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 blah, and like to the, like everything really is like actually shooting off rays everywhere. And like I know it's like and so like my downstairs neighbors' phones or TV or something could literally be just shooting whatever rays right through me right now. And so like the problem is we don't know, or at least I don't know if we know the like effects that actually has. Like, are people being dramatic, or are we gonna like find out in 10, 20, 30 years like, oh shit. Personally, I think we're okay. I think, you know, that these things have been like researched in depth already, but also like a lot of major laws and like discoveries come after the fact. You know, they didn't come up with the vaccine for the plague or COVID, you know, before COVID happened. So it might be like one of those things where, girl, we're just gonna have to fuck around and find out. So I don't give them too much on that, especially after taking that class. I don't give them too much on that. If y'all want to, you know, protect yourself from the rays, far be from me to stop you. But I'm associated next to my phone, but I respect your decision. Okay. So Professor Rodney Croft is chairman of the key international body that recommends safe exposure limits for radio frequency radiation. He said, with every new generation of technology, there's a new wave of concern from the public. The radiation that's being emitted by these devices is essentially the same as it's always been, and essentially the same as we've had around with the radio, for instance, AM and FM radio for many years. He said 5G is just another form of radio frequency radiation. But while 4G mobile phones emit signals that can travel long distances and easily pass through walls and other structures, 5G's millimeter waves won't travel as far. So for it to work, there will need to be more antennas positioned closer together in areas of high demand, like a city center. The expectation is center with an RE, okay, because we're in Australia, bitch. The expectation is that there could be a 5G antenna on every street corner. Wait, what? Every street, that's crazy. Well, girl, listen, if the internet's working, then anti-5G activists claim this will expose people to a soup of radiation from which they can't escape. I mean, that sounds correct as well. But Professor Croft said the radiation from 5G wasn't dangerous. This is one of the most researched physical agents in the world, he said. Okay. The thing about me is call me a sheep, but girl, if science said so, I'm here. If they say the girls have researched it, then I'm gonna say, okay, the girl, then, you know, they've researched it. They done the work. Thank you. Who am I, you know, as an educator, to refuse to be educated? But obviously I'm going to have to check some more sources. But so it says, this is one of the most researched physical agents in the world, he said. And that's what I guess gives us the confidence today to be able to say that we really that we really do understand this very well, and we know that there aren't any problems. I'm sorry, I believe it. How did the coronavirus 5G conspiracy theory start? Well, obviously, Like, why are 5G rays not as, like, why are they not considered dangerous? Why are they not as dangerous as X-rays? And I know how it works. You have your gammas, your X-rays, your infrareds, your radio. Well, I guess I just answered my question because it's a radio frequency, not an X. Okay. I'm sorry, I mean radio waves, not X-rays. So that's fine. Okay. Well, you see, science. Maybe that's why. Maybe radio waves are relatively safe. I want to know what effect they have, if any. Okay. The first known online appearance of the theory was tweeted on January 19th from an anonymous account that regularly posts pro-Russia government content. God damn it. The tweet linked to an article by the Russian state-owned news outlet RT, formerly known as Russia Today. Period. Rebrand, girls. It noted that the Chinese city where coronavirus was thought to have originated, Wuhan, also had 5G. Okay, now this, we're going too deep into this. That tweet was barely noticed. A few days later, a Belgian news outlet published an interview with a GP who suggested there might be a link between coronavirus and 5G. The theory then kicked around online to a limited degree, but when it was picked up by a notorious right-wing conspiracy website, InfoWars, it jumped to a much larger audience. And here it goes. It received another massive boost when U.S. singer Carrie Hilson, trigger warning, sorry, shared a video of a controversial U.S. doctor making the link at an anti-vaccination conference to her millions of followers. Other celebrities also promoted the theory, including rapper Wiz Khalifa, who tweeted about the supposed link to his 36 million followers. leave it to us. It was also shared by Woody Harrelson, John C., and singer MIA. Like, girl, you're in bad company. If you're Wiz Khalifa and you look around and you say, girl, I am with MIA, Woody Harrelson, and Carrie King Hilson. Let me rethink this. Professor Axel Bruns from Queensland University of Technology's Queensland Digital Media Research Center. That's a long ass name. Listen, Queensland University of Technology's Digital Media Research Center. So anyway, they told Four Corners the pandemic was a perfect environment for this type of conspiracy theory to spread. There's a lot of rumor going around about what the crisis is, how bad it might be, how it might affect us. Not even the government institutions and others can actually answer at that point because so much is still unknown, he said. Rumors and what? Wait. Membership of Australia's largest anti-5G Facebook group surged from about 6,800 to more than 48,000 during the initial pandemic lockdown. Could hostile governments be spreading misinformation to create division? Australia's communications and cyber safety. So listen. My wrist. Flawless. No, what is it? My wrist. Stop watching. So there is some more in here, but I'm gonna have to stop here because my wrist is in pain from holding this microphone. I can't do it any longer. But if you'd like, I can do a part 2 and continue. I feel like we didn't get to too many conspiracies because I got sidetracked by